Our next story is the curious case of the ghostly Gwadar International Airport in Pakistan. This Chinese-funded airport, which costed $240 million, was completed in October last year itself. However, there appears to be no passengers, no planes, and no sign of business. Take a look at the history of this ghostly terminal.
On the 20th of January, a Pakistan International Airlines flight landed at the Chinese-funded Gwadar International Airport. This was the first commercial aircraft that signaled the official launch of Pakistan's most expensive airport. However, conspicuous by their absence were Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and his Chinese counterpart Li Qiang, who instead hosted a virtual ceremony. To the media and public, the inaugural flight was strictly off limits. The inauguration of the international airport, ready since October last year, had been delayed on account of security concerns. It was feared that the area's mountains in close proximity to the airport could be an ideal launchpad for an attack. Spanning over 430 acres of land, the airport's runway is capable of accommodating large aircraft such as the Airbus A380 and Boeing 747. But even after the inauguration, there are no planes, no passengers. Gwadar Terminal has turned into a ghost terminal. Built for $240 million by China, the swanky airport, meant to be a gateway to opportunities, cuts a rather forlorn figure in the impoverished, restive southwestern Balochistan province. For a city of 90,000 people, an airport with a 400,000 passenger capacity itself is a confounding idea. Local residents complain that the development projects in Gwadar, both at the non-functional Gwadar airport and the close-by Gwadar port, have not turned the fortunes of locals.
The port has been around for 20 years, and now the international airport has been constructed, but not one person from Gwadar has been employed there, not even as a watchman. Forget the other jobs.
The developmental projects here have not benefited anyone. People haven't gotten jobs, the airport is non-functional, and there is a port, but there is no work there. If there is no work, how will people get jobs? We want them to initiate projects here so that the natives find work, and it counters the hopelessness felt by the youth.
Over the past decade, Beijing has poured hundreds of millions of dollars into the coastal city of Gwadar as part of the multi-billion-dollar China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, or CPEC, that connects its western Xinjiang province to Pakistan's coastline.
The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor began its inclusion in the year 2014-2015. Recognizing the role of Gwadar in regional connectivity and economic development, the authorities of CPEC prioritized the establishment of this modern airport to provide an important connection between Pakistan and the world.
Though Pakistan authorities have hailed the CPEC project as transformational, residents claim there's scant evidence of any change in Gwadar. Even the basic necessities of electricity and water are not covered. With the city still not connected to the national grid, the residents of Gwadar are heavily dependent on neighboring Iran or solar panels, not to mention the shortage of clean water. Islamabad, in order to protect the Chinese investments, has stepped up its military footprint in Gwadar. However, the insurgency has steadily climbed up since 2021. Reports of forced disappearances and torture, though denied by the government, have people on the edge. In a land besieged with such pressing concerns, the Gwadar International Airport is being viewed as a privileged project, meant to secure access for the Chinese nationals working in insurgency-afflicted Balochistan province. But the reality is completely different. Will this project, proved to be a costly gamble for China.